Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. This is the Night Talk segment, and I have my husband with me today on this segment. Say hey, baby.
Hello everyone, how are you?
So today, when I was driving to work on my long, boring commute, I was talking to my husband, as I often do, and I was telling him that on the news, I heard that in Nevada, they passed a law that gave convicted felons, it restored the convicted felons' right to vote. And I was telling my husband about that, and I was saying that Nevada and Georgia are the two states that I know of that have now passed that law. So we started talking about that. And
which is good. That's a good thing.
Yep, I thought it was a good thing, and he did too. And we were just talking about how that really began as a way to disenfranchise black and brown men. And so from that conversation, we started talking about how that has caused the black community to somewhat deteriorate because it is a large proportion of the prison population is consumed by black and brown men. So, that law, them passing that law really does affect our community. And so my husband was telling me that, that more states need to pass the law for making the marijuana legal. Because, what is it?
Not just making the marijuana legal. I'm talking about, they need to, turn over convictions. You know what I'm saying? For us people that...
So they did for the lady that Kim Kardashian did for...
Yeah, like with her, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying for marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana is not... I mean, it's a drug, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's being legalized in so many different states now. So I feel like it should be, the people that has marijuana convictions, I think that they should wipe them or give them a clean slate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Wipe that clean, give them a chance to start over, because I just feel like you shouldn't have a felony for marijuana, being that is so common now.
It is common.
You know what I'm saying?
But I just really don't see where all 50 states are gonna follow on board with
that.
Nah,
they're not gonna do it.
They're not gonna do that.
Especially here in Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Even though they try and make it a push for it one time, but
they did in Mississippi?
Yeah, they tried making a push for it, but it got shut down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that will ever happen here. I don't think it will.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
But those type laws, in my opinion, they really affect the black community, because it really affects our black men, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does.
And so it has really caused our community to suffer, because so many black men end up going to prison. So I was telling
for something as simple as marijuana.
Right. That's
something
right.
As simple as marijuana. I mean, something that grows from earth. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's just it's kamikaze. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Not to me. I mean,
well, my question is to you, baby, and my question to the audience as well is what can we do to change that? Because this is something that is really affecting our community, and I am passionate about, I am passionate about our communities becoming stronger. And the only way our communities can really become stronger is to have more black men involved in the community and be the center of the community. And it has been figured out a long time ago that you can divide a community when you take out the most valuable piece. And the most
valuable piece is
the man.
Is black man.
Is the man.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that piece was removed from the center of the black community, and it has, caused a lot of families in our community to suffer.
Yeah, that's
So, how do we fix that? Do we wait on, these laws to be passed and somebody to pardon us and give us a favor before we fix our community? Or do we take action ourselves and say, I'm not going to fall into this trap that's being laid for the people in our community?
I mean, we can try and fix it. It's hard though. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you're not in control of what goes on. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need to get out and vote for not only just for presidency elections, you gotta vote for vote for elections in your county,
your local.
You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, but it's hard, baby, when you got 14, 15 white men, in office, and you got one black man in office. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how they want it. They're not gonna, you very, very rarely see, where it's predominant black men in office.
Okay, and why?
That's anywhere you go.
And why is it? Is it because black men are not pursuing that?
No, black men are pursuing. They're not giving the opportunity to pursue it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can pursue it all you want, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? More than likely you're not going to get elected because they don't want to see the black men in power. They don't want to see us in control. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that.
Right.
But I mean, we can make a push to try and do that. But I'm telling you, I read something. Let me see, can I find it?
Okay.
While you doing this, I'll be all right.
So I know sometimes you were telling me today, you said, baby, you just don't understand how hard it is being a black man. And, of course, I'm not a black man, but like I said, I'm married to one. I've given birth to two. And,
you're married to a strong hacking brother, too.
And my dad is a black man. And so, I want to see more of our men that are becoming more engaged and care more about their community. You can set up and list of complaints all day long about what's wrong. You can set up and complain about who's in power and who's in control. But the truth is, we do have the power to create our own reality in our families and in our community. Nobody can control what you teach your children.
That's true.
And nobody can control, how you govern your household.
That's true.
So
Let me read this. This is what I read earlier today when I was at the barber shop. But y'all see I got my do-rag on because I'm trying to keep my waves in there. All right, but that's what I got. But anyway, I read this earlier today. It says an overwhelming majority of blacks, 88% of the country needs to continue making changes for blacks to have equal rights with whites. But 43% are skeptical that such changes will ever occur.
Where that article come from?
This come from
for the audience. They may want to read.
This come from
article. Oh, Pew Research Center.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, that's we pushing for the changes, but over 43% of people know that they really saying it's worthless. It's not even. Because we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? We want 88% want that change. But
I believe the reason why is the 43% feel like it's null and void is because nobody really knows what to do.
It says an additional 42% of blacks believe that the country will eventually make the changes needed for blacks to have equal rights with whites, and just 8% say the country has already made necessary changes.
Okay, and therein lies the problem in what you just read, because it says 42% of blacks believe that the country will eventually. The country.
400 years later, we still saying eventually.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
But the key word to me there is the country. Like, we as a people have been struggling for all of these years, the 400 years of oppression. We have been struggling for someone to pardon us and give us justice. And that is not going to happen. We are never going to get our reparations. We are never going to get our 40 acres and a mule. The country is never going to fix our problems. So my point and what I want people to say, and I want to hear you guys' feedback and your comment about this, we have got to change our reality ourselves. And the first thing that happens is that comes by changing your mind.
I mean, it's hard. We are changing that. We're trying to change our reality, but baby, the reality is
you feel like it's hopeless?
I mean, baby, here we are 400 years later, and we we still talking about change. We still,
Right.
we still talking about how
There's still work to do. And it's going to be work for our children to do. But I believe that it can be done. I don't believe that it's a hopeless cause. But
I'm not saying it's hopeless, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I'm not saying it's in vain or whatever to change the people that.
But you're saying the odds are.
Yeah, the odds are stacked against us. It's stacked against the black man, especially. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had a black president, Obama. You know what I'm saying?
And he did an awesome job.
I salute Obama. He did a great job.
Yes,
but
he
he
did.
could have done more for the black community. You know what I'm saying? I just got to put that out there. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. You entitled to your opinion about his, about his presidency. You know what I'm saying?
Disagree. Yes,
but
yes.
I'm saying I felt like he could have did more. In the black community. So not that he did a horrible job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not downing you. I salute you, Obama. But I just feel like, what I'm saying, he should have, catered more toward his own, his own people or whatever.
Well,
Had I been in office,
what would you have done differently?
I'm on that little Farrakhan type, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, and what would you have done different?
I just, I'd made sure my black people was taken care of.
And how is that? How do you make sure the black person take care of in what way?
I just would have made sure that we was treated equally. You know what I'm saying? I would make sure that the black men, we was able to get loans, go to banks and get loans.
Mm-hmm. We need so we need black banks.
We have those. We have black banks.
We don't have many black banks.
That's what I'm saying. It's not many. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I would have made it a way that you know what I'm saying, we would have been like, it's hard for a black man to go in and get a loan. You know what I'm saying? For really anything, you got to have like a perfect credit score. You know what I'm saying? So I would have like at least made that a level playing field. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to like wipe all, like, like not just the 40 acre, what is the 40 acre and a mule thing? I'm just saying, I just said we're going to wipe all the black men that has businesses or the black man that's in school or just graduated college. I'm gonna make it easier for them to go in and get these loans, you know what I'm saying, so they can start businesses, you know what I'm saying, and be like the CEO of their businesses, you know what I'm saying. That's what I would have done, you know what I'm saying, if I was in office. I just would have came to the black community more, you know what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Obama because he, hey, that brother, I know
he did what he could, which I know he was. It was very difficult for him.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When he saw that they was, going left with him, you know what I'm saying, was shutting him down on everything. That's when he should have said, you know what, I'm fixing to just go hard with my people.
Like Donald Trump.
That's what he's doing.
Executive order. Well,
Donald Trump.
Thank goodness he was not like that. He was diplomatic, but
Donald Trump he's letting it be known he for his people.
Yeah.
He's for his people, This is what it is, what I mean. But anyway.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to sound like I'm bashing Obama because I'm not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on well, I'm just speaking what Lee would have done, you know what I'm saying? President Knight would have done. Yeah.
Well, I want you all to leave your comments and tell us what you guys think, because this is, a common story that is discussed a lot. It's something that's very relevant in our community because it is very apparent that, people of color, black people, we are not on the same playing field as our counterparts, unfortunately.
No.
And it's due to this country's
this video has nothing to do with like trying to bash white people neither, you know what I'm saying? Because I have some white friends.
No, this is just a wake up call for our families. What are the ways that we can make our family better? And then one way to make them better, I believe, is by being able to put the issues out there. Yeah. And this is one of those issues that affect families in our community, is the fact that our families don't have that main centerpiece there. And that is the black man.
That's the black man.
And so that's what we're just discussing, one issue of many issues. But this one issue that, really means a lot to me. I mean, thankfully I have my husband here with me and he's helping me raise our children. Yeah. But that's not common in our community. And so, and until that does become commonplace, our community is going to suffer. But one of the reasons why is because I believe it was an intentional effort to destroy our family.
Yeah.
Because when you destroy the family,
you kill the head, then what? The
right,
body gonna follow. You know,
it's gonna follow, and that's what has happened. And I believe that there have been a lot of traps put in place to purposely try to entangle and catch the black man.
Like with the marijuana.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And I believe that, it has been like a predator and prey situation. And when you dangle, the whatever in front of somebody for so long, if you're hungry and you haven't eaten in 2 months and somebody's dangling a piece of meat in front of you and you say you don't eat meat, but if you're hungry and that's all you have, eventually you're going to eat it.
Yes.
And so that's what my husband was saying to me, the men out there maybe who have gotten drug charges or have gone to prison, who have become convicted felons. That wasn't their intention.
It wasn't their intention. They was pushed to that. Pushed through that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you went in high school, you finish high school, you go to college. You get out of college, you think you fixing to go get you the great job, your perfect job, with school. You get there, it's a white man there that has only a high school diploma. Mm-hmm. Get the job that you done went to college for and
right.
got a bachelor degree
in.
Mm-hmm. So, and then that's the first thing that's depressing. You know what I'm saying? That first thing you just like, dang, why am I doing all this?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just for nothing. But yeah, we gotta.
But we gotta keep working on this, and we gotta, and I hope that this video serves as an inspiration and a platform for people to see and know that your story is not an isolated story. There are a lot of people that probably feel this way. It's not an isolated event. It is prevalent in our community. And we all need to work together and have this discussion to see how we can make things better. We can't keep ignoring what's going wrong in our communities, right? Because any group, organization, any whatever, you're only going to be as strong as your weakest link. And it's very obvious that other nationalities and other races, they're tight, they're connected, they move in drones. We got a whole Chinatown in
Chinatown.
What what state is that in? Is that in California?
Everywhere they got Chinatowns. Everywhere.
Chinatown,
Yeah. We ain't bashing the China.
No, I think that's great. You have a whole town that is created around your culture. Yeah. And to me, that speaks a lot to the cohesiveness and the one-mindedness of that group of people.
Right.
And my hope is that our community can become one movement and one voice like that. But we got to put, the issues out on the table. So anyway, we're going to wrap that up. And you guys leave your comments below.
Comment.
Tell us what you think. Give us your feedback about what you think about what we talked about. If you saw some of these new laws that are being passed, what do you think about it? And how do you think it affects our community? And then don't forget to share this video with somebody, and also
share.
Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and give it a thumbs up. Or if you didn't like it, I don't know, give it a thumbs down.
We don't care. Not gonna stop us from making the video. So hey,
this is night talk. So we just try to, we just talk about the things that we talk about as husband and wife, and this is just one of the things that we were talking about today. So I thought it'd be good to share it with y'all.
Right.
All right. So y'all have a good night.
All right.